everyone, this is Fran. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making chicken and rice soup. I'm telling you, I have a secret ingredient in this chicken and rice soup that makes it outstanding. People call me wanting this recipe. If you take it anywhere, we've served it at huge soup nights, and we're scraping the pot, scraping it, and it's a huge roaster. So I'm going to share with you my chicken and rice soup recipe. Let's get started. Okay, so I have a huge stock pot. I just got this stock pot because I couldn't find mine. I don't know if I left it at church. I have no clue where my stock pot is, but I've got a huge one. Okay, the first thing, I have one whole chicken, and it is a beautiful chicken. And we're just gonna pop it right in our pan right here. And we also have our giblets. I need to put them in there too. It's the neck and the gizzard and the liver. I'm gonna pop them in. This makes great stock. Okay, that's it. So now we're gonna add 4 big cups. We need 8 large cups of water. I've got 4 already in here. So that's it. You just want to make sure that chicken is covered. We're going to add a little bit of pepper, probably about 2 teaspoons. I'm going to make this stock really flavorful, and a couple teaspoons of salt. We're going to put in an onion. We just want the flavor because we're going to strain this. We're going to strain the broth, and so this will just give it a lot of flavor. And so I'm just going to leave it just like this. Just take the peel off, and we're just going to throw it right in the pot. And it's up to you if you want to add garlic. I do not like garlic in my chicken broth. I have tried it, just don't like it. So I do like the onion, the salt and pepper, and I got a little surprise. I got a couple little surprises how I make my chicken and rice soup. Okay, now we're going to add in 1 small bottle of Chardonnay. And if you don't have it, you can leave it out. You can add chicken broth, whatever. If you don't have to add anything, just, you know, that's entirely up to you. Okay. You can add any kind of seasonings or anything like that you want. We're going to add a bay leaf. So we're just going to go ahead and add a bay leaf into this. Put the lid on it and stick it on the stove for about 3 hours. Then I'm going to bleach this, and because I had a chicken on it, even though the chicken didn't touch it, I'm still going to bleach it. So I'll be right back. Okay. And if you're using a smaller pot to cook your broth, you really want to use a pot that the chicken, the water, and the wine have covered the chicken. We're going to get that going to a boil. Chicken broth is not a pretty sight, but it makes an awesome, awesome broth. Now, I am going to roast, I'm going to wash and roast this sweet potato, and I'm going to put it in the oven at 350 degrees for probably a couple hours while the broth is cooking, because I have something else in the oven, and I thought I'd go ahead and cook this baked sweet potato because I love chicken and rice with baked sweet potato. So I have just washed my sweet potato really good. You want to make sure you wash them real good. Okay, I'm going to roast this in full. Not even do anything, just pull it just like that. Just like that. This is my rice cooker. Absolutely love a rice cooker for a couple reasons. I can't make rice. I have tried. It is terrible. It sticks to the bottom. It's just terrible. But I got me this rice maker. It is so cute. I'm not sponsored or anything. I think that I did a giveaway on this years ago when I first started. I didn't understand how YouTube worked. And I have to tell y'all about that because I was ignorant. Yeah, I am telling you, I had no clue how YouTube worked. And I'll tell you that story one day, the things that I did when I first started because I didn't understand it. But anyway, this is a rice cooker and I love it. I have a great big one that I bought this one brand new a few years ago, but then I found one at a thrift store that was like a $229 rice cooker, and it's massive, but I hardly ever use it, but I don't have the heart to. I think I paid $10 for it, and I knew what I had when I grabbed it, and so I still have it. And when I do make it, like if I'm having a big crowd over to eat, I will use that big rice cooker. And if I want to do like some freezer meals or something, which I don't do a lot of freezer meals because I'm a deconstructing freezer meal type person. I like to deconstruct everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and cook my rice. I cook my rice, I don't put my rice in the broth because it soaks it all up. I'm telling you, my chicken and rice soup recipe is awesome. You have to try it this way. You can, if you cook yours in a pan on the stove, that's the way my mom does it, my aunts, it will be, there's no difference. But I just keep it in here because it will stop cooking when it needs to, and I'll be off in another room and the house will be on fire. I'm just saying. So this is the best way for me to cook rice. And I just follow the directions on the bag of rice. We're gonna put, we don't have to spray this or anything. We're gonna put in 2 cups of long grain rice. I'm using jasmine rice. And if you know people who are sick, and I do, and I'm making this broth, my father-in-law has not been able to eat any food. He's only been able to eat liquid. So I'm making this broth. I got a really good chicken, and I'm making this broth for him. Hopefully he can drink it and hold it down. That's what we're praying for. But instead of just what they have at the hospital, we're gonna give it a shot. I'm not gonna salt it too much or anything like that, but that's why I only put a couple teaspoons, and then I will salt it later. So now we need 3 cups of water. Exactly 3 cups. And when I told you that I put in 4 cups of water, I put in 8. 2 of these, so it was 16 cups of water. So sorry. The recipe will be correct up on the screen and in the description box. I'm very sorry, but it was 16 cups of water in my stock pot. And this is 3 cups of water in the rice. And we go ahead and we add our salt. We're gonna add about a teaspoon of salt. That's it. I'm just gonna stir it around just a minute. And that's it. If you wanted to add something to it like an herb or anything like that, feel free, because this is a good time to do it in your pot, whatever you want to do. But we're just gonna do it plain. We're doing a very simple, wonderful, flavorful chicken soup. So that is it right now. So you could put this on in the morning, go clean your house, which is what I am going to do today. I'm cleaning up my house. It's been a long week. And so I've got my chicken stock on, my rice, and it'll stay warm in that rice cooker. So whenever the stock is, once my stock is done, and we'll debone that chicken. We'll let it cool and debone that chicken, and I'll share with you my other secret to my chicken and rice soup. Okay, so our chicken is done. Our broth is in here, and it is very rich. It's kind of shrunk a little bit. I'm going to take this chicken out to cool. And it kind of separated all on its own. There's the wing. Have you ever made chicken and rice soup and it was so dry? I worked with my friend at the restaurant, and I made the chicken and rice soup one day. Oh my gosh. I put the rice in with the juices, and it shrank all up, and it was horrible. But people ate it anyway. I said, oh no, I'm gonna figure out how to make chicken and rice soup. Now I'm gonna strain this broth because I don't want any of that stuff in my broth. Just pour my juice right in here. I love little mini facials. And that's all that's in there. Okay, so we have our broth, and I'm going to put it on the stove and let it cook down just a little bit more before we put our rice in it. Remember, our rice is already done, and it smells heavenly. That wine gives it such a I don't know how to explain it. I think it's like it's like a cheery taste. The alcohol burns off, but it's like such a clean, mild, but yet flavorful taste. Got that on low heat. Okay, so I'm going to take out some of that chicken broth for my father-in-law. Probably about a cup full. I think it might help. Now we've got to get our baked sweet potato out. I love a baked sweet potato. Okay. Oh, so beautiful. Look at that. Cut it up in little tiny cubes. It doesn't have to be perfect. And take this other half and use it for something else. Okay. Set that to the side. Let it cool. Okay, we have our rice taken out, and we're going to let it cool for a few minutes. And we're going to debone some of that chicken. Okay. I'm going to set this all to the side, the sweet potatoes and the rice. But this is going to go for more than just one meal. This is going to go more than just the chicken and rice soup. And then I'm just going to start taking some of this chicken off. I want white and dark, but I don't want any gristle or anything like that. And this chicken is very hot. So if I take it off with the fork, it'll cool faster. And we don't want it to cool completely and be cold when we put it in the soup. And we don't want too little of a chunk or stringy. We don't want our soup stringy. I like chicken in my soup. I like it too. I don't want any skin. Ooh, that's hot. no skin or no bones in my soup, but I do kind of like chunks like that. I like a chunky soup. So you can just guide it the way you want it, and I'll just take a fork and you should be able to just cut it right in half and it not be stringy. That's how you know your chicken is done. Okay. Or, now I like mine a little done because I don't want any pink at all in my chicken anywhere. Some people eat it that way. When I see people, some of the chefs on TV, and they cut that chicken and all that yuck runs out, that blood, oh no. If you see that in my kitchen, it's going back in the oven. I can't handle it. So then I'm going to turn it over a little bit. Oh, my little doggy smells that chicken and she's going crazy. I have to give her some when it cools. That's my dryer going off. I've been doing the laundry. My husband's been, gone, as I said before, and he does the laundry. When he retired, he said, "What do you want me to do?" And I said, "Laundry," because I hate doing laundry. And my kids never had sorted socks. Growing up, we had a laundry sink, and they would all be in the laundry sink. And if I didn't have a laundry sink in my house, they were in a basket. So I think my husband wanted to take over the laundry whenever he retired because, I did the laundry and I kept it up, but it was something that I really did not enjoy. Not at all. So far I've gotten to the light. Let's see if we can, oh, here's a thigh and a leg that come, and I will pick this clean when it cools down, but I want to get to making this soup. I'm hungry. And I want to make sure that when my husband gets home later on, I know it's kind of early right on, but we're old and we eat early. We do. Okay. My husband loves dark and I like white. And I didn't put on a microphone today. Oh my gosh! Guys, I have it out. I have them charged. I moved it so it would be ready to go. Please forgive me. I know some of you don't like it at all and you let me know it, and I'm so sorry. But it's just been a wild couple days. But I am going to get back into the microphone better. I say that every time, though. I'm like a little kid said, "Mommy or grandmommy, I won't do that no more. I won't do that again." Sorry. Okay, so we're going to set this aside and we're going to let it cool. And no, I'm not going to waste it. I promise you. I'm going to pick these bones clean. Okay, now we're going to take our chicken. We're going to put it in last. Put in my chicken. Just throw it right in the pan. And I'm going to say it's probably half the chicken. And I put half the rice. So 2 cups of rice. And then I'm going to take my sweet potato. You know how people put carrots in their chicken and rice soup? I put a baked sweet potato. And people think it's carrot. And they can't figure it out. So I'm telling you my secret. It's sweet potato. Bit of parsley, and we're gonna chop it up. Put in our parsley right in. The salt and a little bit of pepper. Let me taste it. Definitely needs salt and pepper. Probably about a half a teaspoon of pepper. and a full teaspoon of salt. I gotta get a bowl. Okay, this is my chicken and rice soup. Oh my gosh, I like big chunks of chicken. The sweet potato does not make it sweet. It just makes it good. Oh my gosh. It's supposed to be cold again. It's not cold today, but this soup will heal what ails you. It's like a meal. It's deconstructed soup. Everything is cooked separate and then put all in one pot. Absolutely wonderful. You guys go have a wonderful, wonderful day.